You've spent time getting to know yourself, learning what makes you tick, what brings you joy, and what you need to thrive. But there's one relationship that many of us overlook: the one with our higher self. Who is this higher self? Picture it as the wisest, most compassionate version of you. The one who knows what's best even when life feels chaotic. It's the voice that whispers, "Breathe, you've got this," or gently nudges you to make choices that align with your highest good. Today, we'll share 5 powerful ways to meet and trust your higher self so you can navigate life with clarity, purpose, and confidence. So let's take this journey together. Breathe deeply, settle in, and let's begin. Step 1. Understand the voice of your higher self. Imagine this. You're faced with a big decision. Maybe it's a career change, a tough conversation, or even something as simple as whether to say yes to plans that don't feel quite right. There's often a battle inside you. One voice is loud, full of fear and doubt, telling you to play it safe or act impulsively. But then there's another voice, a quieter one. It doesn't yell, it nudges. It's calm, clear, and rooted in what's truly best for you. That quieter voice, that's your higher self. The key to connecting with it is learning to distinguish it from all the other chatter in your mind. The voice of your higher self feels steady. It's not driven by fear, anxiety, or fleeting emotions. Instead, it feels like a deep knowing. It often shows up when you slow down, breathe, and truly listen. Here's a practical tip. Start journaling to track moments when you followed that calm inner voice. What did it guide you to do? How did it feel? Over time, this practice will help you identify your higher self's voice more easily. Here's a mantra to follow. I will learn to recognize the calm, steady voice of my higher self and trust its guidance. Step 2. Listen before you act. We live in a world that demands quick decisions and instant reactions. But your higher self doesn't rush. It thrives in the moments of stillness, when you pause, breathe, and truly listen. Think about the last time you reacted impulsively, whether it was sending a heated message or saying yes to something you didn't want to do. How did it feel afterward? Now imagine if, in that moment, you had paused and asked yourself, what would my higher self do? Listening doesn't mean overthinking. It's about creating space for your higher self to come through. Sometimes the answer is immediate, a quiet yes or no that feels right. Other times it takes patience. Trust the process. Your higher self is always there, even if the answer doesn't come right away. Sophia, for example, used to struggle with indecision. When faced with leaving a draining job for an exciting but uncertain opportunity, she took a moment to ask herself, what feels true to me? At first, fear and doubt clouded her thoughts. But when she persisted and gave herself the space to reflect, a quiet certainty emerged. Take the leap. You're ready. That's the power of listening. Here's a practical tip. When faced with a decision, take 3 deep breaths and ask yourself, what aligns with my peace and purpose? Write down the first thoughts that come to mind. These moments of pause can change everything. Here's a mantra to follow. I will pause, breathe, and listen to the wisdom of my higher self before I act. Step 3. Build trust through small actions. Like any relationship, your connection with your higher self grows stronger through consistent effort. The more you trust and act on its guidance, the clearer its voice becomes. Start small. Maybe your higher self nudges you to take a walk when you're feeling overwhelmed, or to speak up in a meeting where you'd normally stay silent. Act on these nudges. Each time you do, you're telling your higher self, I trust you. Here's a practical tip. Each morning, set the intention to act on one piece of inner guidance that day. At night, reflect on how it felt to follow through. Here's a mantra to follow. I will trust my higher self in small moments, building a foundation for greater alignment. Step 4. Quiet the noise around you. In a world of constant notifications, opinions, and distractions, it's easy for the voice of your higher self to get drowned out. That's why creating moments of stillness and listening during your day is so important. This could mean taking a walk without your phone, journaling in silence, or even spending 10 minutes in meditation each day. These moments of quiet help you reconnect with your inner wisdom, tuning out the static of the outside world. Think of it like tuning a radio. When the frequency is clear, the message comes through effortlessly. Here's a practical tip. Schedule daily quiet time. Whether it's a morning meditation, an evening walk, or simply sitting in stillness, protect this time fiercely. Here's a mantra to follow. I will create space for stillness, allowing my higher self to guide me. Step 5. Embrace the wisdom of your higher self. Your higher self is your greatest ally. It's not here to criticize or judge you. It's here to uplift, support, and guide you toward your best life. Embracing its wisdom means trusting that you already have everything you need within you. It's about leaning into your inner guidance, even when it feels uncertain or scary. Remember, your higher self wants what's best for you always. Here's a practical tip. Create a higher self journal where you reflect on decisions, insights, and lessons. Over time, you'll see patterns that deepen your trust in this inner wisdom. Here's a mantra to follow. I embrace the wisdom of my higher self, knowing it always leads me toward my highest good. Meeting and trusting your higher self is one of the most transformative journeys you can take. It's about reconnecting with your inner wisdom, learning to trust yourself, and aligning with the life you're meant to live. Remember, this isn't a destination. It's a lifelong relationship. Be patient, be kind, and know that your higher self is always there for you, ready to guide you toward your highest potential. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration today. If you're ready to take this journey further, join our community by subscribing to our channel for more inspiration and tools to live in alignment with your highest self. Share your story in the comments. How are you connecting with your higher self? And don't forget to buy a copy of the Happy Nest Manual on Patreon. You have everything you need within you. Trust it, embrace it, and watch your life transform. Until next time, take care of you.